Hello everyone, back tuning into today's fourth and final video. We're going to have a look at the weather for the next 10 to 14 days for today's final video. So day 10 takes us to the 22nd of August, and we'll be able to extend out beyond that with the GFS and ECM ensembles. Maybe on to around a couple of weeks. I'll have a look at CFS V2 at the end of the video. For the next 4 weeks, it's getting us into the first half of September. I'll get on that for you in a moment. Just say that first, a bit of sales, our 6am UK weather forecast. We've also released the first update for the bank holiday weekend, summer bank holiday weekend, and the extended European outlook as well. Check out all of today's videos and content, and thank you so much everyone for doing that for GavsWeatherVids. Thank you so much everyone. Around 30 subscribers will get us to 20.5k, so you could get a sub. That'd be awesome. Thank you so much. Right, going to start off in the tropical Atlantic and subtropical Atlantic too. So, National Hurricane Center show we've got 2 interest areas and a tropical storm. That's one area, that's another area just there. So that one is disturbance 2, and there's a 0% chance of cyclone formation with that. In the next 7 days, don't have to worry about that one. We've also got disturbance 1 up there with just a 10% chance of cyclone formation in the next 7 days. Don't have to worry about that one. But we do have tropical storm Erin just here. So this giving maximum sustained winds at the moment of 45 miles per hour with a minimum set pressure of 1,004 millibars. Clicking on Erin and going here, we can see that this is predicted to become a hurricane when we get through into around Thursday, just here, and then by the weekend, major Hurricane Erin will be bearing down on the Dominican Republic and the Bahamas. If we go to discussion up here, we can see maximum sustained winds predicted in 5 days' time to get to 115 miles per hour. That is a low-end Category 3 hurricane. So, pretty powerful storm, that one, and we'll keep you updated. Coming back to home, this latest wind flow map from earthnullschool.net is looking so low pressure in the North Atlantic towards Greenland, Iceland, and to the southwest of the UK and Ireland. I think that one is containing the remains of former tropical storm Dexter. Meanwhile, we actually have over the country a ridge of high pressure and away to the northeast as well. So we're drawing in hot air from off the continent again today. And we see this very nicely with the latest temperature observations from XC Weather. 31 degrees, 88 Fahrenheit flashing away across many of those southern counties. There's still time for temperatures to rise. I think we're going to max out probably at 32 or 33. I'm not sure we're going to get to 35 or 36 though, which UKV was forecasting yesterday. I think UKV might have overdone that temperature. So about 33, 92 Fahrenheit I think is where we're going to get to. But of course I could be wrong, and time will tell, and we'll know in a couple of hours time how hot it gets. Central temperature responding to this hot weather. So we're now back into the 17s, sitting at 17.1. That's 1.3 degree above the 61 to 1990 average, and it's provisional to the 11th of August. That will carry on rising, and I think by the weekend it's very likely that that's going to be in the 18s. These are GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks. We're looking at Edinburgh today. The red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average for Edinburgh. Starting off, of course, above average with the upper air temperatures at the moment. Very warm in the north, hot further southwards. There is a little bit of a cooling trend as we move through into the last week of August. But, of course, that's extended range and therefore unreliable. Edinburgh could have some showers over the next couple of days, and a lot of dry weather later in the week through the weekend, perhaps turning a bit more unsettled as we approach the bank holiday weekend. Temperature anomalies next 5 days up to 17th of August, substantially above average. The 10 to 14 day temperature anomaly still a little bit above average, but not as excessively so. And the precipitation anomaly for the next 7 days to the 19th of August, looking again significantly drier than normal. Okay, let's start going through chart data. Miss Avalanche UK Met Euro runs looking for midnight on Friday. High pressure building back through the country. High pressure builds strongly then over the weekend. The weekend will be mostly dry, sunny and hot. Upper air temperature showing plus 20 Celsius. But again, pushing northwards by midnight on Monday, covering much of England and Wales. That could be a bit over top, bit of an outlier, but certainly going to be a very warm to hot weekend and mainly dry as well. Early next week might see a little bit of a weakening of that ridge, so it might start to generate some downpours into south and southwest. We'll have to wait and see. Got to go to the weather outlook for Icon. Again, that showing high pressure rebuilding, reloading with high pressure and the heat over the weekend. High and dry weekend, mostly dry, sunny and hot into the start of next week. Well, that high pressure really is maintained. Perhaps weakened slightly, could allow 1 or 2 showers in the south southwest, but overall the hot and dry weather goes on through to the early part of next week. And then the KMA from Metrocella again shows that big area of high pressure in control through the weekend into the early part of next week as well. Just weakening that high a little bit around days 8 and 9, so it could start to turn rather thundering in the south by the middle of next week. Got to wait and see about that. And then high pressure, well, back in again really by day 10. Not as hot with that, bring the wind in more from the northeast, of course. And there is Hurricane Erin around Nova Scotia and what impacts Erin has on our weather and across European weather remains to be seen beyond the 10-day period. So let's pick up the storyline with GFS. This is a midnight run. Again, high pressure rebuilds, the heat reloads into the weekend. Lots of dry, sunny, hot weather through the weekend, lasting into the early part of next week as well. That's day 9, that's day 10. Just starting to weaken the ridge a little bit then. And of course, that is Hurricane Erin in the North Atlantic as well. Now, what does the GFS midnight run do with that? Well, it takes it up to Greenland and Iceland and stalls it there. We stay under this little transient ridge into bank holiday weekend, keeping a lot of dry weather going. Beyond the bank holiday into the closing days of August, then it starts to turn a little bit more unsettled. And some of the remains of Erin will, of course, be included within these areas of low pressure just here. Long way off, though, over 2 weeks away. But GFS 6Z in comparison, well, again, that high pressure rebuilds, the heat reloads into the weekend. Mainly dry, sunny, should be hot or very warm to hot over the weekend as well. Into next week, high pressure just inching a little bit further north. We'll start to allow some slightly cooler air in from the northeast and maybe some showers in the south as pressure falls. And then again, we've got the remains of Hurricane Erin just there moving into the North Atlantic as we go to the end of next week. The upshot of that is actually on this GFS run to reinforce a high pressure over bank holiday weekend, so mostly dry, sunny, not as hot, but still warm. It's a very warm bank holiday weekend there on the 6th end. Beyond that, well, tries to start turning a bit more unsettled, but still really for the south, we're under high pressure, perhaps a little bit more mixed by the 28th of August up in the north. But as we saw yesterday, it really does look as though it's setting up a prolonged spell of high pressure, mostly dry, warm, very warm or even hot weather. If you're enjoying the video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much for doing that. Drop a comment, let us know what you think about this and all of our videos and content. And don't forget to tell friends about GavsWeatherVids. Get subscribe too. Thank you so much for doing that. 30 subscribers, gets us 20.5k. GM again with high pressure dominating the weather over the country through the weekend into the start of next week. Again, high pressure is in control. Going nowhere fast, the low pressure being diverted both to the west and to the south of us, taking their downpours with them all the way up to day 10. Really, we remain under high pressure by day 10, maybe just a little bit cooler with winds coming in from the northeast. It could bring a few showers into the northeast. And then the ECM rounding it all off again, reinforcing the high pressure over the weekend. Lots of dry, warm, hot weather to come into next week. The high pressure just weakening slightly. A trough starts moving up from the south, so by the middle of next week, we might start to generate some thunderstorms down into the south, but just a generally cooler, fresher feel later next week with winds coming in from more of a northeasterly direction. Still a lot of dry weather though, I think. Beyond day 10 is a bank holiday weekend, the ECM also with a ridge over country in response to the remains of Hurricane Erin stalling to the southwest of Greenland and Iceland. That just reinforces this ridge and should bring a lot of dry weather, if not that warm, over the bank holiday weekend. We end up with the ECM run just starting to ease low pressure in from the Atlantic. That might bring a few showers in, perhaps by month's end. This is the precipitation forecast based on the ECM run from Meteo.com. Loads of dry weather to come over the next few days and whatnot. Could be a few showers in the north later in the week, but the emphasis is on dry weather into the weekend as well. Next week, perhaps a few thundery showers and thunderstorms in the south midweek as pressure begins to fall away to the south. That's set up at day 10. Sorry everyone, that's set up at day 10. Few showers across East Anglia, southern England, but most places dry still by then. And this is the option on the table within the ECM ensembles today for day 10 for the Icelandic Metals. Gets us 22nd of August, 51 members out of 51. All of them high pressure to the north and northwest, and some low pressure into the south. Could bring some downpours into the south. That's a slightly cooler and fresher feel. Winds in from the northeast, and then in 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. It will be getting us to the 27th of August. 14 members of the ECM ensembles with low pressure to the north, high pressure to the south, flat and westerly. Showers in the north, mainly dry in the south. We've got 10 low pressure way to the northwest, high pressure to the southwest. Yeah, that brings the driest weather into the south. North could be a bit more showery. Another 10 with high pressure over the country, mostly dry and warm. We've got 9 with high pressure over the country again, and then we've got 8 with a trough of low from the Atlantic into Western Europe. So mostly anticyclonic at day 10. We could see a change, something a bit more unsettled by day 14. And then the CFS finally beats the 500 millibar height anomalies, and they're broken down into week periods. The first week period will take us from the 12th through to the 18th of August. Next week with high pressure over top of the country, mostly dry and fine. Week 2 will be the 19th to 25th of August. Again, high pressure to the north and also to the east. Low pressure southwest, bring the wind up southerly southeast direction. That should drag up a lot of warm air with it. Week 3 will be the 26th of August, 1st of September. High pressure originating through the west of Europe. The dry weather goes on. Could be a bit cooler maybe though. Winds perhaps coming in from a northeasterly direction. And then week 4, signs of a change. It's the first week of September, the 2nd to the 8th, with a trough of flow just out to the west, and that could turn things a bit more mixed, perhaps a bit cooler and a bit more showery. Then we shall see. Okay, we're done. If you've enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you're on board doing that. Drop a comment, let us know what you think about this and all of our videos and content. And don't forget to tell friends about GavsWeatherVids. Get to subscribe too. Make sure you're everyone for doing that. Tomorrow, we're going to have 6 AM UK weather forecast, and there'll be a 10 to 14 day video as well. You enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Try to stay warm. Cool, I should say. For this one, that's all for now, and thanks so much.